So, I've been asked about our plans for this summer or the warm season. I'm just going to run through a few things in our upcoming plans. So, we have plans to expand the house, finish the house expansion. That's insulation, that's redoing the floor, insulating the floor, putting new flooring in, redoing the walls, finishing them out. I'm working on that right now. Another thing we need to do is we need to replace some doors and windows. We got to put some actual good doors in and replace windows. Also, we need to redo and do a permanent version of the water going from the well into the house because it's a temporary system that we have set up. And so we want to do a permanent system. We need to remodel the guest house, which we originally were going to do. I was going to make it my workshop and have a warm workshop for the wintertime, but we decided we're going to turn that into a guest house. It previously used to be, the old owners, previous owners had it as their summer kitchen, excuse me. Here in this part of Russia and probably in a lot of other parts of northern countries in Russia, where you have to do heating in the winter, you might also have like a summer kitchen back when you would do your cooking on the masonry stove. So you didn't have to fire up the whole masonry stove and heat up the whole house just to cook meals in the summer. So they had a summer kitchen. Well, we don't need a summer kitchen right now because we use propane. We fill up propane tanks. We use propane for our cooking. But we're going to turn that into, which is right here. That's this building right here. It's got nice thick logs it's made out of. We're going to turn that into a guest house because one of the major things that we actually have opportunity to do and to minister, one of the major ways that we can minister is actually hospitality. And we have a lot of people that want to come visit us and stay with us. And so we have a small house. We want to be able to host them better. And that will actually enable us to do a lot more as far as hospitality goes. Also a house expansion plus which will expand the house effectively even more. Then we need to fence in our chicken pasture. We've got right now our chickens are roaming free, and last year they ate up. I planted corn and some pumpkins and some legumes, but our chickens ate everything. And so obviously we need to be able to close the chickens in. I want to fence in the whole pasture, and that needs to be done. That fencing, anybody that has a ranch or has a farm that's done any type of fencing, or you have a few acres, you know that fencing can cost a lot. So that's another thing that needs to be done. We need to fix and expand the woodshed. I took a video here when it was raining the other day, and snow was melting, which basically all the snow is melted by now. But our woodshed leaks, which is not exactly good. Plus, it's limited. I want to have enough room in our woodshed to have at least 2 seasons, preferably 3 seasons worth of firewood, because I want to be able to season each year's worth of firewood for 2 years. So it's really dry because it burns much better. It's a lot easier to deal with. It's just all around better to have really dry wood that you're burning for firewood. You get the most bang for your buck that way, per se, or the most heat for each cord of firewood you get. So we need to expand. I need to redo the roof on the woodshed. We don't need to have water leaking on the wood, half the year or multiple years in a row. It's just better to have it. It'll dry more efficiently if that's not happening. And we need to expand it to have more room because this woodshed is not made to hold 3 years worth of firewood. I need to build a workshop. I need to be able to have a workshop that is warm in the winter that I can do work in. And so a workshop / studio. And there's going to be everything that I do, which is a lot. There are a lot of different things. And I want to do that right over there. And I want to do it partly underground, or maybe mostly underground. We have an old root cellar that we're going to have to take out because it's just not that big and it's not really that much good as far as the root cellar goes. And so just might as well take it out and remove the building that's on top. And I want to get an excavator in here and to dig down, and I want to do an underground workshop. That might sound crazy to some of y'all, but if you stay tuned, then you can watch me in the process as I do it. So yeah, we've got a lot of plans this year, a lot of things we want to do. We need a new car. So I mean, that's kind of in the plans too. Where if any of you guys are praying for us, we're believing God for a new car, because there are 6 of us in the family right now, and if we have anybody visit us, that adds more people on top. Our car seats 5 people officially, so we cannot really go many places. We stay just in our few little villages as a family. We can't go out together on a big family outing or anything. We would actually rather have a car that's at least an 8-seater. And we just stick in our own little villages, and yeah, we cram our 4 kids into the back seat, which there are only supposed to be 3 people in the back seat. But and so we can't really drive very far, but just within a 30-mile radius. And just because it's villages and village roads, and there's nobody, there's not much going on, and so even though that's not exactly, we're not supposed to be doing that, but we don't have many other options. Sometimes we can't leave all the kids at home. And we can't leave some of the kids. Sometimes we can't leave any of the kids at home, depending on what we're doing. And so it's a big thing for us, and we need to get a new car this year. So yeah, that's just to wrap up our basically the plans that we have for this next period right here, mostly for the warm season, and there might be some other things that we do in the warm season, but these are the things we need to get done before winter, before cold comes again. And so for everybody that was interested and was asking, I just thought I'd fill you in and show you a little bit. And yeah, so stay tuned and watch as we hopefully get all this stuff done.